Hey guys, what's up? It's TinyBox here. Welcome back to another commentary. In the background, you have some Left 4 Dead 2 gameplay going on here. I haven't uploaded in a month, and I apologize profusely for that. I've been super busy. My grandpa's not been doing well, and honestly, I'll probably make an update video about him in the future at some point, most likely. But just know that he's not doing well, and that I've been pretty busy with that sort of stuff, and just been up there like almost every day. The only day I didn't go was yesterday, and I was working on some secondary channel footage. But today, I'm going to bring you guys an infamous rant. And it's not an infamous rant, not the video game. We're going to be talking about video game streaming services today. Oh boy. So, NVIDIA. Oh. NVIDIA is actually pretty good, right? You guys know who NVIDIA is, right? Who they are. So they announced either today or a few days ago, whenever it was, regardless of this fact, they announced a streaming service for games on Steam at $25 for 20 hours of gameplay. Let that sink in for a second. $25 for 20 hours. I spent like $15 in World at War, and I'm at like 800 hours. I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of that at all. But $25 for 20 hours, excuse me. So, I also looked into other things such as GameFly and PSNOW and wanted to compare the price ranges of those. I'm not for video streaming. In fact, I'm pretty much against it. Video streaming, that isn't, of course, GameFly really isn't video streaming. That's more like the old Netflix of gaming, which I would actually prefer doing other than these two. Because let me explain this. I know that GameFly I don't think offers Steam games, obviously, but they do offer console games. If I played console more, I could definitely see myself doing that sort of thing. Just to not spend $60 per AAA title, excuse me. But, so, here are the prices. So, NVIDIA, obviously, $25 for 20 hours of gameplay. GameFly is a monthly paid basis. For the first month, you pay $9.50 American dollars, obviously, U.S. currency. And then after every month after that, it goes to $15.95. And that's for one game each. So I went to the default bottom price. You can pay a little bit more for 2 games and 2... something or other. There's different price ranges you can check out on their website. I honestly just got the base price just to find the minimum what you could actually use to buy their services. And then PSNOW is a whopping $20 a month for 450 plus games. Obviously, GameFly probably has a pretty wide selection of games too. I mean, they'd have to stay in business, because if they didn't have a wide selection of games, then nobody would be buying them. Also, GameFly, I don't know if they're doing well or not. I haven't heard from them in a long time. I just remember seeing advertisements for them, and I looked them up, and they're still around, so they must be doing something good with sales, or some kind of, obviously, subscription-based service, because once you're in, it's hard to cancel those services, like Netflix and Hulu and all that stuff, and I assume GameFly. After you have the convenience, it's kind of difficult to kind of put it down and be like, nah, I don't want to do this anymore, or whatever. But can we just talk about how stupid this entire thing is? You should not ever pay for something to do per hour, especially within, like, music, or not music, but video game and, like, movie industry. Like, obviously we have movies, which arguably could be considered, like, 2.5, or, like, 2 hours, an hour and a half to 2 hour movie for, like, I don't know, like, $18, or, like, it's probably more than that if you bring family and have your entire, like, a meal there, like popcorn and candy or whatever the deal might be. Obviously it's going to be pretty expensive, but on a video game standard, like, NVIDIA, what are you doing? Why is this successful company, like, they're just getting greedy at this point. $25 for 20 hours. There are a lot of gamers, including myself, probably played more than 20 hours per week. Or per month, or whatever. Per whatever it may be. $25. I can never imagine myself paying $25 to do that. Like, for real? Like, what? There's no benefit to it. Like, you can just get GameFly or PSNOW and just do those games on other platforms. And another one that doesn't really have a monthly basis or rate that you can get cheaper games for. Some may view it as unethical or whatever, but if you want to do it, I've done G2A before in the past. Had some issues with payment where they charged me twice, but that was just like I think an internet glitch or something. They happily refunded me after about a week or so of like emailing back and forth, which was kind of annoying, but at the same time, I understand that they're probably really busy because they have a lot of business on their website. I would go to G2A instead of NVIDIA. I might as well I'd rather own the game, pay $20 or something, or $30, $40, whatever it may be, and just own the game and play for as long as I want, rather than paying $25 for 20 hours of gameplay. That's so dumb. Like, what? Do people... It honestly baffles me how these companies are just like, oh yeah, well, this seems like a pretty good business model. If your price tag is higher than the number of hours or minutes or whatever it may be that you can play, you're probably not doing it correctly. And also, like I said, for an hourly basis for a lot of video games, especially a streaming thing, is going to be a big turnoff. That's more expensive than Netflix. Can you imagine if Netflix started doing like, oh, $25 for 20 hours of TV? Nobody would buy them. They would go out of business. No, they're probably go out of business right away, obviously, because of all the millions and millions and millions of dollars they've raked in over the years. But they would seriously lose like 95%, if not all of their fan base, their subscription base, if they went to an hourly streaming platform. And obviously they do have stuff like only 2 computers can be on at the time with Netflix, or 3 computers, whatever the maximum is, which is fine. Can totally understand that, because if not, then everybody in the world would be like, hey, want to share Netflix passwords? And like everybody, like your work would just be like doing the same thing, and then they wouldn't make any money. But obviously that's different than an hourly subscription-based thing. So NVIDIA, I don't understand what they're doing with this. It's really confusing why they would do this. Obviously to make money, but it just seems at this point in the game, they're pretty late to the game, first of all. And second of all, they bring like the worst pricing out of all of these. Like PlayStation Now, $20. I really couldn't see myself paying, especially. And that's another thing that I want to talk about. I talked about this on my channel before, but there's a big difference from being able to download the games and play them and have them in your library, and then streaming them. On PS4, I have pretty good internet. I have really good internet, actually. I live stream all the time. Not all the time, but I live stream 720, 1080p or whatever. While, like, watching Netflix and, like, Spotify is in the background. You know, I have pretty good internet. But I cannot tell you how many times PlayStation Now glitched out, didn't save my progress, didn't do a bunch of other stuff, and it was just annoying. Like, it was more of a burden to use than anything. That was just in the free trial. So I was getting this for free, and I didn't use it like, I used it for about an hour of playing Sly Cooper. And that's really the only benefit that PS Now has, is that you can play other, like, PS3, PS2 games on there. I don't even know if PS1 games are even on the PS4 or PS Now. But you know what I mean? Like, there's just... The only benefit to that platform is just having older games that you can put on a new console. But at the same time, it's not even worth it, because the streaming aspect is so bad, in my opinion. I'd rather just be able to download the games. I don't know how the NVIDIA one's going to work, but I can only assume. It says, the article I was reading, the articles, plural actually, said that it's going to be a streaming thing. So streaming means you're downloading the video feed live. Like, it's the actual, you're downloading, you're streaming the game. Like, you don't, on Netflix, obviously, the downloads now, but back before Netflix had the downloads, you would stream it. You wouldn't download it, you would stream it. And that's what this, I assume, is going to be, which, God have mercy on their freaking company for having this terrible decision. I'm hoping that they actually listen to the consumers and realize that nobody's going to pay for this crappy product, especially when there are a ton of other better services like GameFly, and I don't even like saying that because I don't really know GameFly. And PSNOW, I never thought I'd say that. I never thought I'd say, like, not GameFly, obviously, because I haven't used them, but PSNOW, like, I would never ever expect myself to say something is worse than PSNOW. I'm sorry, I just don't like that sort of thing with, it bugs me, it really does. I think streaming games for money is stupid, because you're streaming them, you're not actually downloading them. And no, I don't mean, like, download them, keep them forever. Obviously, like, they have licenses with PlayStation Plus, and if you, like, literally, if you get the free games, and this is different on Xbox, if you get rid of your PS Now or PS Plus subscription, then you lose all the games that you've gotten for free over the however many months you had it. And I think that's really stupid. Like, on Xbox 360, at least, I got to keep all those games afterwards, which made it definitely worth paying for the internet. I don't even use PS Plus anymore, because it's not even worth it. I don't play anything online, really, and I don't care about their stupid indie games that they release. But, yeah. That's my rant on streaming, especially NVIDIA. NVIDIA, don't do that. It's so dumb. Just don't. That's all I gotta say for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below this video, because I want to know what your guys' opinions are on this entire thing. I really suggest that you guys stay away from streaming $25 for 20 hours of gameplay. That's really dumb. Very, very it's just a bad business model. I don't know. That's all I really gotta say about this. Thanks for watching, guys. Have yourselves a fantastic day. Keep calm, trust your instincts. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.